The stranger who wanders into the wood finds shelter in a lonely house there. After having nice food in the house, the strange man finds time to talk to the young lady there. He talks to her mainly about the life in the city, thinking that that is what the girl in the rural area is missing. He tells her it's wonderful in a big city. The glare and the roar of the streets should be exciting. The glare, the light of and the roar of the streets. The glare, the light, and the sound of the streets is exciting. Your blood swims with it. If you hear the sound of the streets, if you see the lights of the streets, you will feel like dancing with that. You get excited. Oh, that is really fantastic. And that's what you're missing being in this countryside. It's a shame you should never know that. You're a young girl, and it's a shame that you never experienced it. Don't you see that you will only grow hard and worn here? He is telling her that if she continues to be in the countryside, in this rural area, in the lonely house in the wood, she will miss everything. Rather, she'll grow hard, stiff, and worn here. She'll feel exhausted here. She will feel worn out being here, just like her mother. Stiffer and duller. Stiffer, very hard, you'll become harder. And duller, you can't enjoy your life at all. Working in this area, in the fields and elsewhere, your body will become hard and dull. You will be like your mother, no doubt. Your mother is worn out, she's very old, she's tired, she's exhausted, and you will also become exactly like your mother. And at last, you will shrivel up and be ugly. Shrivel up, shrink. Your body will get shrunk. You'll become very, very lean. You will look sick and you look ugly. Nobody will talk to you, nobody will look at you. Then one fine day you will die just like your oldies, just like your mother and others. Now, what do you say to what I'm saying? Now, what do you say? Laughing a little, rather like a man who has gone mad hysterically, frantically, he is laughing. If some good fairy suddenly came and promised to take you to a big city and show you everything and buy your dresses and jewels and give you the best of everything like a lady, what would you say? Let me ask you one question. What would be your reaction if some good fairy, just imagine that a fairy comes down, a supernatural creature comes down and asks you, if goddess comes down and asks you to accompany her to the big city, promising to show you everything, buy you good dresses, jewels, and give you the best of everything, what would you say, lady? What would you say, oh dear lady? What would you say? And if he promises, if the fairy promises to make you a real lady, what would be your reaction? There is silence. A daughter doesn't know how to react to it. Daughter gets up and suddenly crosses to him, limping slightly. She limps a little because she is lame. She goes to him and tells him, I am lame. A dog bit me. Oh, lady in a rough voice tells the stranger, I can walk properly. I'm lame. A dog bit me. Would you like to see? Pulls up her skirt very courageously, very confidently. She pulls her skirt up, down her stocking her socks, long socks, and shows the place underneath where she got bitten by a dog. She's showing the dog bite to him. Are ladies' legs like that? See that cut? So look at the scar caused by the dog bite. Are the ladies' legs like this? Have you ever seen a lady having this kind of rough, dirty legs? See that cut? Holding out her hand. That's a big nail, did that. Can you see a cut beyond that? Just below that? Oh, a big nail. Because of a nail got driven into that and caused a cut. So a dog has bitten me. I can't move properly. And moreover, I have got an injury caused by a nail. What would they say in the cities to the hand feel? Just look at my hand. See, most of the city dwellers like you will have soft hands, but look at my hand. What would they say in cities to this kind of rough, strong, manly hand feel? So she catches him with her right hand just above the left knee and looks up smiling slightly. He gives a little surprise now. He is feeling surprise seeing her strange behavior and withdraws and rather embarrassed, feeling uncomfortable. When the lady lifts his skirt and shows him the scar, shows him the dog bite, and shows him a cut caused by the nail going into it, he feels shuddered, he feels embarrassed, and he withdraws. But she continues, have you ever felt a lady's hand like this? So just touch my hand. Just feel my hand. It's very rough. A small pause. He doesn't know how to react. He just keeps quiet. She lets go and goes swinging, moving as if she's dancing. She lets go, goes swinging across the ladder and slowly up it and turning to the right and exit. So she goes away, swinging up to the ladder and climbs up. He sits down, his hand on his leg. He's in a shock. At that time, father enters along with the mother. The father is of middle height. He had gone out, now he has come back. Father is of middle height, not very broad, but he's aged about 50, clean shaven, of a rather nervous, excitable manner. He has got dark brown hair beginning to go grey. He's in his 50s. Mother introduces her husband to the stranger. Oh, this is my husband. Stranger going towards him, looking hard at him, a little nervous as well, seeing this strange big man. The stranger asks him, are you the master of this house? How do you do? Your wife was kind enough to promise me a bed here. Thank you so much. Your wife was kind enough to give me food and shelter. I got lost in the woods, forest, and benighted, overtaken by darkness, evening. I was walking in the forest. Suddenly, the night advanced. I lost my way. So I thank your wife for having given me food and shelter. I was very lucky to find a house. Father, how are you in the wood? But how do you come here dressed like this, sir? Stranger, slight agitation, worried. He said, yeah, I lost my way. See, I had lost my way. I was trying to walk to Mohilev. And he's saying he was going to a place called Mohilev. On the way, he got into the wood and lost his way. It was so fine. I'm very fond of walking. I thought I would like to walk. I'm going around the small towns of this part on business. In fact, government business. So he tells him he enjoys walking. He thought he could walk across the wood. And he also says that he is going around the small towns of this part on government business. That shows that he is an employee, he is related to the government. Father, Mohilev, you are going to Mohilev. Oh, you are a lot out of your way. Mohilev, this is not the way to go to Mohilev. You are out of the way, out of your way, far out of your way. You must be tired as a horse. I know you must be pretty tired as a horse. And with that big bag, you are carrying a big bag that must have made you more tired. You might have been robbed. Come on, you are walking in this dress carrying such a bag. Luckily, you are not robbed. Thieves are there around. Thieves must have robbed you. Thieves might have robbed you. Stranger. Opening the bag. Oh, there is nothing much in the bag except papers. Now he says there is nothing to be robbed off. He has got only papers in the bag. But excitedly, I have a lot of money about me. See, there is nothing much in the bag except some papers. But there is a lot of money. Fumbling, searching for that, pulling some notes from under his waistcoat. So he fumbles, he searches for money, he pulls some notes from under his waistcoat and shows them the notes that he has got. See, it shows them a bunch of notes, a bundle of notes, currency. See, there is a lot of money. It would buy this house twice over and all in it. You know how much money have I got? I have got enough money to buy your house twice, not once. So I got enough money, more than what is required, all in it. I dare bet, I'm sure you have never seen as much money as around this table in your life before. This is the first time you must be seeing such a lot of money. Pulls out some more money, laughing like a madman, hysterically, frantically, finishes a glass of vodka that had been given to him. Now he finishes drinking the glass of vodka. He seems really drunk. Father looking up at him. Oh no, Baron. He thinks that he is a nobleman. He calls him Baron. Oh no, Baron, how can you do that? Mother, it is not safe walking in these woods with all that money upon you. Mother also warns him, saying that it is unsafe, it is dangerous to walk in the woods carrying so much of money. Stranger, I didn't meet a soul the whole day or see a house. See, throughout the day I walked through the woods, but I never found anybody. I never met a soul or any house in this forest. This was the first house I came to. I came on it straight out of the forest from the west there. I was glad to see the light in your house. There is a short silence. Daughter comes back quietly across back of room, sits down. Meanwhile, stranger continues talking. Stranger, it must be frightfully lonely here, mustn't it? So he tells, earlier he had told the same thing to the daughter. Now he's telling the father and the mother, it must be frightfully lonely, terribly lonely here. I should think it would get on one's nerves. I don't know. I don't know how I would live here. It should be terribly boring. It gets on your nerves. You feel irritated to live here throughout, to hear the wind in the branches, watch the night coming on month after month. You'll be seeing the same thing. You'll be watching the sunset, you'll be watching the sunrise, you'll be watching the birds, you'll be watching the wind in the, you'll be hearing the wind, the branches, watching the night coming on, going out, month after month. I declare, I'm very sure I began to feel quite strange, queer today, walking all day along among the trees, a merry company for me. Oh, I really found it very, very odd. I don't know. A merry, happy, sarcastically, ironically, he says, oh, very happy company. You got wind here, you got night here, you got day, got trees, animals, but no human beings. It's not a city. I wonder how people live here. Silence again, father. Now there is a fistful of houses down below in the valley. He says, this is not a lonely house. There are a few, fistful here, a few, some houses down below in the valley. 3 minutes down. If you walk 3 minutes down, you'll find some houses. You didn't get to them, Baron. They lie east. They are towards the east. There are people there in those houses. Mother setting the table again. He goes down to them. Father, and there is work enough to be done about the fields. Father says, see, we don't get bored here, we don't feel lonely because we have got enough work to be done in the fields.